Hello, fellow agents. Coach Chad here with the Hauer Home Team, and I wanted to share with you 5 tips to help you get paid during an open house. So I can't tell you how many open houses I've walked through in my career, and it is depressing seeing how unprofessional the agents are that are hosting these open houses. So recognize that as you are hosting an open house, you are essentially applying for a job of getting hired to represent buyers and sellers of real estate. So I want you to think about this. If somebody were to walk in, secret shopper, so to speak, into your open house, would they be impressed or would they be depressed? Here's 5 tips that are going to help make sure that they are impressed by you and that helps you get paid as a realtor. Now, keep in mind, less than 1% of homes that actually sell as a result of the open house. So you aren't holding that house open with the goal of, oh, I hope somebody falls in love with this house and I just happen to be the person here to write it up for them. If you're approaching it that way, you're approaching it in the wrong way and your expectations aren't where they should be to get you the best results. So the expectation should be that you're going to get a potential buyer for a different property and or potential seller or sellers from the neighborhood that you'll be able to sell their other houses. So here's how to do that. Number 1, signs. Signs, and more signs. I recommend get as many open house signs out there as you possibly can. My recommendation would be at the bare minimum, 10 open house signs. Bare minimum. Lots of people will only put a couple open house signs, or even worse, they'll just put one right in front of the house and that's it. And then they totally rely on the online traffic to get them where they are. Now, even if people are finding your open house from online, that's okay. I still want to make sure that they're seeing signs all over the place, the main intersections that are leading them to my open house. And that's showing them what? That this is a go-getter that's hosting this open house. And who doesn't want to hire a go-getter to help them with the real estate sale of their house or purchasing a home, right? So put signs on all 4 corners of a major intersection, and whether they come to your house or not, they're still seeing that name recognition, right? And then any of the main intersections on the way there, you can have straight arrow signs, making them aware that they're on the right track. All of that is going to help. Number 2, focus on hosting your open houses in the same general area. Rather than saying, oh, I'm going to do one in Puyallup this week, and then later this week, I'm going to do one over in North Tacoma, and then later this week, I'm going to do one in Port Orchard, because these are the ones that seem convenient. Focus on the area that you really want to be known, become like the town mayor. You're going to see a lot of the same people throughout that. You're going to build a reputation, and people are going to see your name repeatedly over and over. Consistency versus intensity is what we're talking about here. Think the tortoise and the hare, right? Age old, we all know how that ends. It's the consistency. We want them to be seeing your signs over and over and over. When they're coming in, you're seeing a lot of the same people that are out shopping over and over and over, and you're building a higher level of rapport with them as that goes on. And they're starting to recognize, oh, this person really knows this area. They're very in tune with what's going on here. Number 3, have a digital sign-in. There's lots of apps you can use out there. If you don't have a good one, reach out to me. I can certainly recommend. You don't have to pay for them. Having them log in, whether you have a tablet or even a QR code that they can just scan that and, sign in with their own phone. Having a digital sign-in will save you the headache of the written down sheet of people signing in and then not being able to read their info. This is the worst. You get all these people that signed into your paper log and you can't figure out what they are. And then you also have the extra step of having to be sure to input them. So if you do use a digital sign-in sheet, have it actually sync with your CRM software, whatever you're using, so that boom, at the end of the open house, you already have all those people in your database, and now you can organize them and put a follow-up plan in place. Because the fortune, my friends, is in the follow-up. Don't ever forget that. Number 4, create a meet your host flyer. So that's just a simple way to help build rapport. You have a very short period of time to build rapport with people as they're coming in and out of your open house. So just use everything you can to try to do that. Personalize it. Help them recognize that you're a real person. You have whatever it might be. This is This is your family. This is the hobbies that you're into. This is, where you grew up, whatever fun facts there might be. What's your favorite book? What's your favorite movie? Just have some fun things like that where they can relate and connect with you on a human level. That'll just help with that rapport building. Number 5 is have some sort of items of value. So that could be a seller's guide. If they're a prospective seller, have those laid out. Could be a buyer's guide, having those laid out. It could simply be a list of the other open houses that are taking place in the area that weekend that you can have a digital copy ready to text them. Another great way to make sure you get their information and send to them just as a resource. How helpful may that be for them? So there's 5 tips for you to help level up your open house game. Coach Chad here. Reach out if there's anything else I can do to be of service, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.